What you're about to witness is the results of many seasons of growth, but to understand it, we must go back to the beginning. Pause. Hold on. My bad, I'm just joking. We went a little bit too far. Let's fix this. This is an educational video. Contents are for adults 21 years of age or older. We're legal. Nothing is for sale. I'm not providing any sources. I'm only documenting my grow. What's good world? This is your boy, the Cosmic Cultivator, and I appreciate you for checking out this video, wondering what's happening, whatnot, what have you. Welcome friends, family, strangers, and aliens all across the globe. Speaking of aliens, ladies and gentlemen, you see those random noses? No, I'm just joking. But welcome to another grow video. We are here from a video that was from a long grow videos of videos, if that makes sense. So this is a grow that started two grows ago with these two OG Kushes right here. In the beginning, we decided that we were going to take one of the plants and just try to see if we can grow her out as big as possible and keep another one just to flower her out. So we'll keep one vegged, we'll keep one flowered to see how it goes or how it is or how it tastes, because this is my first time actually growing photoperiod. So I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. And I started growing with the double cup method, which was suggested before that I use the red cups, but I thought maybe I can use 2 cups, one on the outside. I wrapped it with using some black paper or black paper mache, whatever you want to call it. Just wrapped it using some black paper and left the cup inside of another clear. I don't know, I just wanted to see how the actual plant or the root structure grew. Are like magnets. They attract here statically. Oh. Perfect. We looking nice in here. But yes, we're back in the next day, checking things out. Still trying to figure out how to improve the stretch. Again, we're using this here, VIVOSUN SE100. Later on in life, probably next month. Same with the OG Kush. We're gonna be putting this into another 1-gallon pot, and so on and so forth, and until we reach a 5-gallon pot. And then when we reach a 5-gallon pot, we're gonna leave one in veg, and we're gonna take one and we're gonna flower one of them. We've got a weird growth going on there. Is that normal? I don't know, but look at the growth on it. It looks like it's like they popped at the same time. So all 3 of these ones were popped at the same time, or, you know, put in the soil at the same time. And these sprouted within 2 days, the OG Kush. While this one took 3 days, such as these ones right here. These took 3 days as well. And we're back to check out how things are looking. Yeah, it looks like there's some kind of deficiency that's going on due to probably low humidity. I'm not really... What's good, world? We're back again. I'm not really thinking much of it.
3 days later.
And we did transfer her to these 1 gallons. I didn't even get it recorded, unfortunately, but we did get her transferred from the starter pot to these 1-gallon pots. I don't know, whatever. These ones are still looking bad. Again, I'm not familiar with photo periods, so also maybe it's because this solo cup kind of stuff, because I'm trying to upgrade from small to a big or something. I don't know, maybe it's that. But it's not looking good at all. Not one bit. Definitely some deficiency going on here. But then again, oh well. We got it. We got these ladies sitting here off to the sidelines, just growing along the side here of these autoflowers from about 2 grows ago. Again, geez, try saying that 5 times. But from 2 grows ago, again, that grow was something else. I'm still enjoying autoflowers, but then again, I'm starting to lean towards more of a photoperiod grow or grower because they give away a little bit more to mistakes. There it goes, for lack of better terms. As you can tell, we do have some more growth going. Before, we weren't even able to get a second node or make the leaves, make the stretch even happen. So it could be that it was possibly the nutrients was depleted from the soil. But I'm no expert here. You let me know in the comments below. So now we have the actual vent on the outside of the tent. Before we had it on the inside, which was taking up space that we could have used towards more height of a plant growth. So I decided to actually take the vent or exhaust vent and just mount it to the top of the vent, top of the tent. And this is what we're looking at right now. Notice how green she's looking. She's bounced back, or for lack of better terms, starting to come back and show some signs of actual growth. Again, I'm no expert at growing, but it seems like it was possibly the actual nutrients depleted from the soil. So I decided to take out one of the photos and leave one of the photo periods in this tent. The other photo period been moved to the other Zazzy tent from multiple rows ago. And I also put another photo over here. So we got 2 photos, but I separated them for now. But eventually we're going to be moving one of the photos out of this tent, and we're going to be moving it into the other tent just for space wise. Let's get back in here. I don't know, man. I find myself constantly coming into the tent daily, checking things out, wondering what should I do, what can be done. I tried putting up this here scrog net for this grow right here and decided not to in the future. Stay tuned on that. But I thought of using a scrog net would help the plant structure and help all the plants actually stop their growth from growing so that the photo can catch up to the height of the actual autoflowers. But then again, we still got a long ways to go. Look at her, doing well, looking big, looking like she's finally time to switch. Jeez, what the hell? Looks like it's finally time to transfer her to this here 2.5, 3-gallon pot. I don't know. I got this pot from Menards. I didn't know where to get these grow equipment from in the beginning. I just decided, hey, I'm gonna start growing. I'm gonna grow with what I got at hand or what I can find at hand, and then go look for some seeds that are semi-reputable brands or from a reputable company. Jeez, from a somewhat reputable company. Little did I know that there was a loophole of seeds out in this world that will leave you at all in this universe. You will look at this and go, you know what? I don't even know at this point. So now I'm to the point where maybe I could just make my own seeds. We were going to repot this here to the 2.8 gallon or 3-gallon pot, and boom, she's looking good. As you can tell, she bounced back. She's looking super big. It's been about a month since we got the recording of it. Unfortunately, that's what happened. We lost footage and we found footage. This is what I was talking about 2 videos ago, where I lost some footage. But look at the leaves of her, look at the structure. I'm thinking about bending her down a little bit. Maybe adding some clips. Now, go and add some clips to it. We're back at it. Look at her, beautiful as ever. See them leaves right there? Yeah. She's looking like she needs a little bit of TLC. Possibly add in some clips. But yeah, we're gonna thinking about possibly adding some clips in. We took some plants out, if you didn't notice. Slowly going in, trying to take out some of these autoflowers little by little until we're left with just an empty tent. Stay tuned on that. But before this tent we got right here is just a random tent that I got off of eBay. It's a 4x8 by 8, I believe. Yeah, it's like a 4x8 by 8 tent that I converted into a 4x4 by 8 because I didn't have the room for the light coverage. And we happened to get horrible grows with those experimentals in the beginning of our series of growing. So I decided to just, I'm gonna go all in. So now we're just gonna go here and start bending. Still load stress training. This is what I kept doing over and over, is bending it little by little, day by day, coming in, just bending it. We're looking beautiful. She's looking like a giant Y. Like, yes sir, you're doing well. No, but yeah, it's looking beautiful, looking green. We got a little tip burn here and there, but it's all right. It's okay. For the transfer of the repotting, if you're wondering again, we went with the recommended repotting of the soil for the actual soil that was going in for the gallons per nutrients. So since we were going with around 2 to 3 gallons of soil, we were going with 3 milliliters per 1 gallon of soil for the worm casting and for the Gaia Green 444. Again, this one is an organic grow. At this time, I only know of organic grows. I've started to learn a little bit on some more of the synthetics, but stay tuned for that.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing in the 4x4 that I had to make from the 8x4. We're gonna be setting up a new VIVOSUN 4x4. This is not sponsored by them, although it would be awesome to get a sponsorship by them.
And look at that, we've got a clear tint after, I don't know, 2-3 months. Looking like it's time to remove this tint. Bittersweet, just looking at it like, yeah, we've had some good runs, we've had some bad runs in this tint, but at the end of the day, what can you say? All you can do is try to improve upon the next grow that it was before. And we knew the problem with, let's fix it up the next grow. And we're going to be here unboxing this VIVOSUN 4x4 by 8 tint. This is a VIVOSUN 4x4 by 8 Pro tint, or of the Pro tint series that was released back when this was recorded. You see that yacht? You like it? Well, you shouldn't, 'cause that's my yacht. No, that's a little Family Guy humor. But yeah, we decided that we were going to take down their basic 4x8x8 tent that was made into a 4x4 tent, or a 4x4x8 tent, and actually get a VIVOSUN tent. And we, at the good time, because they released this here new tent when I decided to upgrade my tent. And this is what we're looking at right now. Looking beautiful. Nice. As you can tell, we've already transferred her to another pot. There you go. We transferred her to a 5-gallon pot. Unfortunately, we lost the footage on that due to recording footage for these here autoflowers. So if you want to see that grow too, that grow is gonna be right, you know. Again, these are a continuation grows from the next grow, so we can see, hey, that grow was part of that video, that grow is part of that. Oh, I seen that plant. So that's kind of something where I'm leaning towards here for some of these grows or this series. So it's just basically a grow journal of some sorts. We decided to still stick this here photoperiod in the same tint as more autoflowers. I don't know why. I just decided to do it. I don't know. It worked out well in the beginning, and stay tuned for the end to see the results, because this wouldn't be a full grow video if I didn't have actual results with this plant here, or if it didn't actually flower. But let's just say that I was able to go from seed to harvest with this here plant too, and we already had this plant sitting side by side with some autoflowers. The only thing that I've done is just water her in, and then after that, low stress train, bend some of the branches down. That's a little bit all that I can do right now. That's all that I can do to her in this limited space at this moment. But she's looking well, she's praying. That's all we can care for, or that's all we should care for. So we're back now the next day, and I decided to put the photoperiod by itself and decided to leave the autos off into the corner so it'll be easier for me to record in the future. Checking to see how it is. Trying to make my way in. Yep, got my stick. Gooch, goo. Oh, giggity. Look at this. Almost a meter long. Did this guy say giggity? Yes, I did. I just look at that. That is beautiful. She is sassy. 32 inches tall, including the pot that it's sitting on, I believe. It's an inch.
Later that day.
Look at this plant. See? The leaves are, well, huge. She's doing well. Again, this is my first time growing the photoperiod, and I'm a little bit excited or ecstatic just looking at how huge it is. I haven't even been able to grow a plant this big ever in my grow career before. I did grow some photos before, but they weren't as big as this. Again, coming back, just bending her in slowly, making sure we don't snap the branches like we've done in the past. Learn my lesson. Make sure we do a little bend slow and make the stems malleable. As she was bent, now we're able to actually put some clips in for the first time. If you're following this far, let me know in the comments below what you're growing on. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification to be notified when a video is uploaded. And we're back. The bent has now bounced back, and now she's reaching for the stars.
Try to flower that one in a 4x4. Get it as big as I can. We're gonna repot it first to the bigger pot. I think that's a 3-gallon.
I love it when they call me Big Papa. No, you see that now? It's looking beautiful. We're back here, coming in 2 days later. I should have moved that probe a little bit higher. That probe right there is inside that photoperiod plant, so possibly giving me incorrect readings. So I didn't really rely on that too much. And then again, I really don't talk about how the humidity is in the plants. I really don't talk about the temperature. But if that's something you want me to do more often, then drop it in the comments below as well. I'll try to put it in there as much as possible. But now we're back here a week or so, maybe possibly a week after we put in those clips, nearly a week possibly. So we're here almost a week after we added the clips in to continue to bend down some of the growth that's actually bounced back or started reaching for the light, to try to get the lower leaves or lower growth to come in. Look at her, beautiful as ever. Can't take my eye off of you. Nah. But man, I find myself constantly coming into this tent over and over and over just to check out how things are going. We saw the probe was a little bit too deep into the canopy there, and we moved it up now after nearly a week and a half of readings being inaccurate.
Update, baby. We are back in the... So we're going to be switching the light fixture or the light over to the flowering cycle or spectrum, and hope this doesn't flower as well. But we did added some bud clips as well to try to like train it down a little bit. All I did was just bend it back and like just bend it down, bending leaves. We'll go through and strip this when it's ready to go into flower, but for now we're just adding bud clips just to bend it down, just to train it a little bit better. So when it is ready to flower, we'll have a ready to flower plant. So I'm gonna actually flower this one whole plant here in this 4x4 in the future. So that's why I'm trying to grow it out as much as I can. We're nearing 100 days into the veg cycle here, but we're gonna switch this light spectrum to flower because we are in flower now for these here. This giant leaf down here for the OG is so big as my hand. This one not so, but this down here just as big. So we're just letting this baby grow as much as we can, tucking leaves wherever we can, and bending these branches to the side. Basically like low stress training it before adding in the actual net in the future, if that makes sense. We do have this branch right here. What the? I think I did it wrong. Dang it. Oh wow. Oh well, we'll fix that in the future. Like that. This will go down this way, like this.
Now after doing all that, we're just gonna come in and now water it in, because it'll be a little bit harder to manipulate the branches and bend her down and add in clips, because the plant is in need of some moisture, it's in need of water. So if you add in water while you bend the clips down, I mean, if you add in water and then bend branches down, the likelihood of you breaking a branch is more likely. But if you just bend the branches down when the plant is needing some water, then the plant will uptake the water. Once it uptakes the water after you bent it, it will actually take the bent part and make that part stand back up as well, like I've been doing here for the last, I don't know, months. Let's just say that, for the last months of this grow. So we decided to grab another VIVOSUN fan. We had one of the fans break on us. It just is unreliable. So I figured if we're gonna go grab one of these fans, we might as well grab one of the inexpensive fans, because those ones are, I believe, like 50 American Freedom units each, and they don't last that long. So I decided this one is half the price of those plastic expensive ones. I might as well just go rock this one right now and use it until the rims fall off on this, until I can save up American doubloons and get the expensive one more in the future. The future. Oh, but there's nothing to it. This is how you set it up. Boom. VIVOSUN fan, tool settings, fast or super fast. That's the only settings you get, fast or super fast. And I've always come to have a caution when buying VIVOSUN products now, or any kind of products in general when growing. More on that later. But we're back here in the tent and she's looking well. The only thing we're doing is coming in and just tucking down the big leaf, exposing some of the actual sites, bending down some more sites to get more flower sites. Dang, so many sites in this site. How many times did I say that? I don't even know. But we're gonna come in here again. This is the lower half that was at the bottom of the plant. It finally caught up to the canopy after some weeks of just bending and clipping. We finally got that one spot that we were trying to get to catch up to the top canopy, and she's doing well. Look at that. The only thing I did right now was just water her in with water, pH to 6.5, and that's all she needs for this here 5-gallon pot. Also, I got some clones from this here, so I don't know, do I want to keep this as a mother plant or do I want to keep going? Because now it's just so huge. At the point, there's like no point to actually keeping this plant, because I already have more seeds. So if I want to grow this, I could just regrow this, but I don't know if it's gonna actually grow like this. You know what I mean? Seeds are not all the same, just like people are not all the same. You might be the same on the outside, or like, you know, the same kind of situation of a seed, but not all seeds will flower the same, or, you know, pop out the soil the same. I don't know. Well, here we are. Appreciate y'all for joining, checking out the video, and as always, this is your boy, the Cosmic Cultivator. Hey, droopy yesterday. Now look at it. Oh my days. Let's go. So I decreased the height of the light. I pulled the fan down back to its original height, blowing oil on the plant. I fed it some water, overwatered it to a point where I needed a napkin, and we left it. And now we come back today. Now look at it. Beautiful. Let's go. We are now almost day 130 in flower and veg. Have you started cloning? Let me know in the comments below. How successful are you? If you haven't, is it something that you're trying to do in the future? So now we're back, and it's time to repot her from that there 5-gallon to a big and tall 10-gallon pot. Your boy finally discovered the hydroponic shop, and I've been going hog wild there. Just going there, getting all my supplies that I need, all the soil that I needed for all my grow projects. We're gonna go and add in some 444 and 284, half the recommended dose per repotting for the gallons. Since I'm going for a 5-gallon, and we're switching up to a 10-gallon, it's still the amount of a 5-gallon because we're using 5 gallons extra of soil. So we're going to do equal parts of this, apologies, we're going to use the equal parts of 444, and we're going to use equal parts of 284 with about a cup and a half of worm castings. It'll help the microbiology and help break down the actual nutrients when the plant is needed in the future. And don't forget, we also added in some mycorrhizae inoculant to help root structure or help the roots grow a little bit better and reach some of the nutrients when it's needed. Again, I'm not an expert, but going by from what I've read online and what I've been taught through these grow series that you guys taught me as well, these are some of the things I've picked up along the way. Make sure you're masking up and putting on gloves. For me, but we're going to be adding in here some mycorrhizae at the recommended dosage for 5 gallons of soil. And yeah, mix it in thoroughly. Sweet. I'm gonna beat it up like a fight night. No, that boy going at it. Look at him. Whew. With the power of post-production, we are as fast as Barry Allen. I wanted to mix it in a little bit well because we had issues with the last soil and that had lots of gnats. So I figured in this grow, I'm going to try to break down as much of the soil I can into chunks or whatever, man, to try to mitigate the actual pests in the soil, if there is any pests in the soil. Now we're going to lay out ourselves a layer of soil so that the plant can rest on and grow into. I'm going to make it around 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches of dirt so that the plant has room to grow into. And this is what we're looking like right now. Super jumbo size, extra large. Add in some soil, check the depth, and then water her in. Well, I like to water in the top of the soil. Add a little bit of mycorrhizae. Even though there is mycorrhizae already in the soil, I like to put mycorrhizae on the top soil so that when I actually transfer the plant into the pot, it already has a little bit of mycorrhizae onto the top of the soil so that it can touch it. Whoa, pause. Nah, so that it can have a close reaction to the soil once water interacts with the actual roots from the repotting process. There. Not scientific or anything like that, but that's close to it. Got the water, I pH'd it, and I like to water it in so that the plant has a little bit of moisture at the bottom of the pot or the bottom soil so that the plant can reach to the roots lower and reach into the new nutrients as fast as possible when needed. The mycorrhizae is just basically a way to help the roots spread out through the pot a little bit efficiently. So once the roots are spread out through the pot, it will be able to uptake the nutrients when it is needed because the nutrients are scattered throughout the pot. But if the plant is stuck in one general area, it's going to be uptaking that nutrients and using only that nutrients in that one area. And then by the time you water out to the surrounding areas of the pot, that plant is going to reach that surrounding areas of the pot and reach into that soil that is rich with dry, amended nutrients. Thus, it could possibly lead to some nutrient burn or lockout or deficiencies. In the case of the last grow we had, or few grows that we had in today's age, not today's grow, but in my grow in today's age. So stay tuned for that video into the future where I purposely turned 2 plants dying and I'm trying to bring them back from the dead. Let's say that. So we got our pot, and we're just measuring out our 5-gallon pot into this 10-gallon pot to try to get a structure or even Steven soil to see if we transfer her in right away, we don't have to worry about the soil being uprooted, or we don't have to worry about the pot not being able to fit the soil like we did in the last grow where we went from I think we went from a 3-gallon to a 5-gallon. So now this time we're going from a 5-gallon to a 10-gallon. And this time we have a little bit more space than before, possibly like 3 inches extra. But then again, that's still 5 gallons extra that we have given to this plant. And you've guessed it, we've done it. While repotting her and we're getting her restarted for the phase of flower, we decided to take off some clones and trim her up and see if we can clone her just like this. Keep in mind, this is my second time trying to clone her from the same plant. The first time was not a success. This is the second time using some of the lower leaves or lower nodes. Before we used, I believe, a cocoa core cube, and we just stuck it in the cube and we just hoped that the plant would just do something. This time we decided that we were gonna take some of the plants or the cuttings and pop them directly into soil to see if it actually was maybe the process that I used, or maybe it was the plant. Maybe it was possibly the soil, or maybe it was the cocoa core cube that I used, or one of those cubes that you just add a little bit of water, soaks it up, and then boom, you got yourself some cocoa. We came through, added in some more clips, took some clones. We also went in and added in some ties and tied down some of the branches of the plant. We're coming in shortly or closely to no autos in this tent, which is a sight to see or a sight not to see, because at this moment we're coming into no autos anymore, and this is going to be where we stop growing multiple of autoflower grows.
Bouncing back, like some of the clips, like right there. I bent it, and it's already curved right there. I put a trap on there just in case as well, just to make sure, like, if there's any like
Big brains over there.
bugs or whatever, it gets stuck to the trap. Day 1 of transplanting, day 125 or 112 in veg, at least according to my chart. As it gets bigger, we're gonna be like spacing it out more. So yeah, join me for my journey on one plant, one tent. This one 4x4 here by VIVOSUN. Hopefully I can get a light in. Hopefully I can get a light in the future. But this is what we got so far. It's just one light, and that's, you know, better than nothing.
What can one hope for? It could be worse. I could still be growing using those grow cruiser lights. And we're back after adding in some more clips. We're trying to get as much even canopy as possible and try to get water wide coverage without using that their scrognet. I know we decided on earlier to use the net, but in hindsight, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I showed you the after shot. This is the before shot of me actually adding in the clips and using in some grow ties to strap her down to try to attempt to get myself an even canopy with this girl here. And it was quite a battle, I could tell you that. Using some of these grow ties, or what is it, plant ties? Yeah, there we go. Again, we're still using this here nozzle spray or watering canteen to water in the plant. In the near future, we're gonna just go with a watering pail. But for now, this is what we've been using. Again, rule of thumb, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, or if it ain't, don't fix it if it ain't broken. And as of now, it's getting the job done. We're able to monitor how much water we're giving it to because the container has actual water lines to indicate how much water is inside the container. But yeah, here we go. Just quickly water her in. pH to water to 6.5. Again, that's what we're aiming for. We dechlorinated our water or tap water using the old-fashioned bubble the water in and bucket technique. It gets the job done as well. So we're gonna stick to that. We got another package. It's wet, but it's okay. That's not VIVOSUN's fault. That's Amazon's fault. This time, I wonder what's in here. And we have a new humidifier. Let's go. I decided to upgrade or get a new humidifier just solely because when the humidity gets a little bit too high in the tent, the exhaust fan will kick on, pulling in fresh air from which is called the lung room, or the room where the tent is in, which pulls in fresh air from that room into the tent, cooling down the tent, if that makes sense. It slipped right there. Nice to have everything there. This is not where you fill in the water. This is where you fill the water in. To not be mistaken where the water line, or not the water line, but where the water reservoir intake is at. There we go. Let me get this base on. Plastic, man. I'm telling you, plastic. Oh, it's awful. That plastic on plastic crime. This has its way of getting stuck on one itself. This right here is just the air filter. That fell off, and we're looking good. It sucks that the water line or whatever is clear, and you can see right through it. So if you have this in your tent and whatnot, then that water line is exposed to the light that is in your tent, thus having the potential of having algae form inside of this here humidifier. So that's one of the things that you can look at, maybe putting some black electrical tape over it, or even the company VIVOSUN, they can, that reservoir site, it's clear, it needs to be covered if it's going to be something that people are leaving in their tent. And then again, they also do have the hose so that if you are going to leave it on and outside your tent, you'll be able to observe the water intake. We got it on auto at the moment, so that if it gets a little bit under or below 42% humidity, it'll kick on. Nice. There we go. At the angle where it's at right now, it's going to create more of a drip or humidity kind of like pocket in one area and make the water droplets come right out of that nozzle hole. Nice, nice. Let's go. It's just awesome and mesmerizing just to stare at and look at. We're back here the next day, checking her out, seeing how things are, seeing how she is liking this here humidifier. I decided that I was going to add it into the tent to try to get the actual humidity up inside the tent, because I was using the nozzle on the outside and for some reason I still couldn't get it to work. I was still getting it like, what is it called? Water droplets coming out of the nozzle. And when I say water droplet, I was getting a pool of water. So I don't think I was doing it properly. So I decided that, you know what, we'll just take the whole humidifier and we'll put it inside the tent. And that's one of the things I was kind of circling back to earlier. If you are going to put it in your tent, make sure that you cover up or hide that their reservoir observation area of the humidifier, because it is open to the elements. It is clear, and that water that is in there, it is not moving. It is just a pump that's pushing water out the humidifier. So the water is just sitting still and has the potential of turning algae or forming algae. But we're looking good coming in back the next day just to check to see how things are. Coming in, just pushing down the canopy a little bit more and more, bending down flower sites more and more. We're coming in shortly towards the end of stretch. In my opinion, I could have stopped and just left the plant to just stretch on its own, but I wanted to keep bending it to see if we can get more coverage in the tent, or more wall-to-wall coverage in the tent. Yeah. But I should have done that during the extended veg stage, because yeah, it really didn't work out as planned. But we are here the next day, and look at her. She's looking well. I decided to add in some more clips just to help push her down. We ran out of the white ones, so I ended up grabbing some more, and here we are. Live and you learn. If it was already towards the end of stretch, this is more of so like week 2 towards week 3 of stretch, I should have just left it, because we didn't get the plant to stretch as high as I wanted it to. Again, we had the humidity around 60 and the temperature around 77 degrees, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. And there we go. This is a day and a half after adding the clips in as well. This is what we're looking like coming in at the end of stretch. But I did not know this was the end of stretch. I just kept adding clips in just to get the canopy to be even. I didn't really care about the stretch or really know about this quote unquote mythical stretch that was there at this time. I just figured, hey, it's gonna grow, it's gonna go, it's gonna do its thing. I'm just gonna add in more and more clips to try to get the sites more even.
Little did he know that he didn't messed up there.
Yeah, I kind of did mess up, because after a while, the plant stretch kind of ceased, and we're kind of stuck with these plants, or the flowering sites, looking just as it is right now. A lack of height, or a lack of spacing. There you go. It looked nice, added in the clips and everything, but at the same time, it kind of ruined the stretch process. So that's a future note that I could take as well, is stop adding in too many clips. Maybe if I was gonna add in the net, like I said, but I just didn't want to go through weaving the plant out of the net. I have a love-hate relationship with using scrog nets. And I'm to the point where if I'm going to use a scrog net, I might as well just use the disposable ones, because these reusable ones,
suck. Just suck.
We decided to move out that generic oscillating fan. And we replaced it with the Aerowave E6 Gen 1 fan. They do have a Gen 2. That looks like something I want to check out as well, but what's the difference between Gen 1 and Gen 2? I don't know. Maybe a reliable motor, maybe more reliable parts. I don't know. But we're looking beautiful right now. Unfortunately, this is all we got to show for her. And we're back the next day. Again, I have a tendency of always coming in and checking in on her daily. And if I'm going to be checking in on her daily, might as well get some video coverage or video footage of it so that you too can check in on her daily with me. Ooh, somebody's outside driving. I got audio from that from here. That's some good camera. Sweet. We just finished watering her in. And this is the next day after watering her in. We're coming in shortly here towards the end of week 3 of the stretch. Even canopy, but unfortunately that's, like I said before, as high as the plant is going to be reaching for the flowering sites. I don't know, let me know in the comments below, could it be the watering process? I was giving it around 2 liters to 3 liters of water for this here 10-gallon pot, or at least watering until I see a little bit of runoff. Again, this is organic, so we don't need about 20% of the water runoff that is naturally contributed towards the synthetic kind of grows. We got a new package, but when recording this, I thought I was recording it when actually ripping it open, but looked at the camera and noticed it wasn't recording. So we decided to go ahead and hit record and just continue off where we were already unboxing this here. Just checking out the packaging. You can pause it to see it if you would like, but we got ourselves the V-Grow camera, or growcam C4. There was a C1, C2, C3. It got past me. Just checking it out, opening it, inspecting it. Looks like I got a little fingerprints on it, and I just opened it right now, so that's a little sus. That's why I'm staring at it, wondering what's going on with it. All right, looking nice. Oh, pause. Wait, come on now. Yeah, as you can tell, we just opened this and it's filled with scratches on the back. That could be possibly a factory defect, or it could be a warehouse defect. I don't know where they're making this, but come on now. And there's like specks underneath here, or the protective covering. So it's kind of looking as if this is a used item. And keep in mind, this was one of those early bird launch items, so if you pre-ordered it, you get it earlier than other people who've bought the item, such as on eBay or Amazon. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go grab this directly from the people who sell this themselves versus getting it from Amazon, because getting it from Amazon, you usually get these used products, but we'll make do with this. Nice. Testing out some new things here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But not sponsored. But if you guys want to check out me and hit me up, I'm here for that. And we're back in the tent.
All right, we're looking beautiful at the moment. Still growing, showing, figuring out where it wants to do a business at. But this is my attempt of doing one plant, one tent inside of a 4x4. And we are using this here VIVOSUN. It's originally for a 4x2, but it's getting the job done. This one is at 70% brightness. There we go. We got ourselves 2 oscillating fans, one in that corner, and we have one down here in this corner. And we have another camera or a phone right there. And then we have the actual, what is it called? Camera for time lapse right there in the corner. So that's going to be something new that I'm going to be doing as well. So appreciate y'all for checking out these videos and checking out this update.
And we decided to upgrade our
always, this your boy,
microscope
the
so that we
Cosmic
can get better
Cultivator.
quality footage and photos, there we go, of the trichomes, so we can see when and if the trichomes are finished or ready for harvest without having to worry about using a jeweler's loop or the cell phone and using the guessing method. Nice. It came with the whole setup here and the base and whatnot as one whole set. Nice. Not trying to get anything fancy here, but it was just something that was budget, but also something that was reliable, you can say. But this is what we're looking like with the scope.
We got ourselves a little microscope or whatever, digital microscope, so we can get actual better quality footage or quality photos of these here trichomes, so we can see if in fact it is ready for harvesting. As you can tell, these are all from this one is from today. Let's go back to yesterday. This one is from the OG Kush and the 4x4. We're seeing a lot of milky. For some reason, I was unable to get the color or whatever, the whiteness to fix itself. So it's like showing all the trichomes that are milky in this kind of like oddly like white, super white neon color. I don't know. You can see the structure or whatever of the trichome is clear, but then the tip of it where it usually holds in the cannabinoids, I don't know if I said that correctly, but yeah, they are all milky apart from these looking ones down here, but it could be just the lighting. See, as you can tell in this one as well, this is the OG Kush as well. We got ourselves a little kind of like milky neon color. Of course, we're looking for some ambering, so I'm looking around some more. I'm like, where we could possibly get any, but then I see this one right there. This one looks like it's kind of turning browning right there, right about there. It looks as if it's browning. I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool.
When I say browning, I mean ambering, but you know what I mean. Browning, ambering, browning, tomato, potato.
Everything from the 22nd right here at the bottom left-hand corner is from the same OG Kush plant. So I'm just trying to find somewhere there could be any
It's in your face, man.
like trichomes that are browning,
Right there.
trichomes that are ambering, I mean, whatever.
Oh yeah, what's that?
And then we found something like, oh, what's that right
Oh
there?
yeah, it does. Smart guy.
It looks like a trichome that's ambering. Okay, that's cool. Oh, we got another one over there browning, turning a little, got a little coloring going on. We got another one right there. We got some right there in the bottom left-hand corner of this. Wasn't able to get it real good because it's so friggin' small, man. trying to control it while holding a digital microscope and taking a picture at the same time. Totally not cool. So maybe I'm gonna try to record video footage of it instead in the near future. All in all, looking well. That's all OG Kush right here. And then we get into, oh my gosh, we missed it. Right there. Nice little embering going on there. Still a little nice photo or capture of it, but it's still unclear. It's very hard to get into focus, such as here. So this is a video shot. I'm going to be showing the footage of it, or photos of it, so we can actually get the photo of it. So you'll see the video, and then here's the photo, and the video and the photo, and then this is the end of the day too. So I'm going to use a kind of like take a shot or a photo. Whoa, that's weird. I'm not seeing that on my screen, but.
And as always, we're not here looking at just the trichomes on the leaves or anything like that. We're mainly looking for the trichomes that are inside the structure of the flowering sites. I just like getting the sites or other parts of the plant in photos, that's all. And we're coming in towards the end of flower here, slowly but surely. Just coming in, checking things out, watering her in, and also observing and looking at different areas of the plant to see how ripe she is. But also I just wanted to get this here shot of looking how beautiful and even the canopy is. She's looking well. She's growing well. Not much can be said or done to the plant at this moment. We're just feeding her plain water, pH to 6.5. Again, dechlorinated tap water that's been bubbling in a bucket for 24 to 48 hours, but 24 hours is the minimum. Yeah, she's looking well. We don't have none of the stretch with the what is it called? We didn't have any of the stretch that came with foxtailing that we had with the last grow. But this is what she's looking like from the top down. It's been a week since we checked out the trichomes. And again, there's not much that can be done. Just watering her in. But also, I just want to come in and check her out, see how things are going. Let me know in the comments below what you're up to. What are you growing? Like, subscribe, turn on that bell notification to be notified when new videos be uploaded or new videos are being uploaded. Nice. She's looking well. First time growing a single solo plant in a 4x4. Coming in, checking her out in the darkness and seeing what she's looking like in the darkness. Nice. She's looking like she needs some watering, but it looks like we also got about maybe 3 weeks left in her. Yeah. Could we? One week later. Could we chop her down early? Possibly. Could we have gone a little bit longer? Possibly as well. But due to the constraint of time and space and the continuum of the universe, we do not have that. So I decided to take it upon myself to decide, hey, we are good here. We are going to chop her down right now and go ahead and get her processed and get the next grow going. Nice. Also with this one, I decided that for this one, we're gonna hang her without, what is it called? We're gonna wet trim her. There it goes. First, we're gonna wet trim her and we're gonna go ahead and hang her whole, and then we're gonna chop off branches one by one so that we can go ahead and hang individual branches apart from each other. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, we got the clips off, and this is what she looks like. Nice. There we go. Like I said before, we're just gonna quickly come through and basically quick wet trim her. And then after that, to make it a little bit smaller, because we were able to fit her in the dry tint, we are going to also chop her up and make her a little bit smaller. But gosh, look at this. I wasn't able to grow something like this before, and it's been a while, and this is what we're looking like the next day. She has went through a lot, and there's nothing left for her. That's just the lower bud sites. And I mean, that's just the lower flower sites, and we're gonna come in and actually dispose of her. This is the preview for the next row, so stay tuned for that. These two here are Pineapple Express and Blue Dreams. And this is what we're looking like now during the dry process. It shrunk. We were able to get not so much that we wanted, but again, all of this is experimenting and trying to get a little bit better than we did before. So this grow wasn't as good. It wasn't that bad, but the next time I grow, hopefully it gets a little bit better each time, and I learn a little bit more over time. So as always, this is your boy, the Cosmic Cultivator. I appreciate you for joining me and checking out this video. We went through the process of seedling, we went through the process of veg, we went through the process of repotting the plant multiple times. Also the process of seeing what she looked like through flower. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you for joining me and checking out this video. And if you made it this far, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on that bell notification. And as always, this your boy, the Cosmic Cultivator. Keep growing to the stars.